What's up, my brother?
Stop wasting your rainbow diamonds because right now, a lot of OPBR players are investing in the wrong units. And trust me, that mistake can cost you a lot of resources. So in this video, I'm going to show you the top 10 best units to invest in right now in OPBR, based on the current meta, long-term value, and actual performance in League. And listen, some of these picks might surprise you, so make sure you watch until the end because the number one unit on this list is dominating the meta right now. So let's get straight into it. First, we got Nuzjuro. Now, some people might say Nuzjuro is getting cooked right now because of Blue Luffy. And yeah, Blue Luffy can counter him, but that doesn't mean Nuzjuro is falling off. This unit is still one of the most unique defenders in the game. You have a defender that can run fast, hit hard, and still tank damage. That combination alone already makes him dangerous. On top of that, he deals extra damage against Straw Hats and Runners, which is huge in the current meta. So even if Luffy exists, a Nuzjuro can still carry matches if you play him correctly. Next, we got Gear 5 V2. A lot of players think he's not worth investing anymore, but honestly, I still think he's a solid investment. Why? Because the meta right now is full of Kizaru, and if you are fighting a lobby full of Kizaru players, Gear 5 V2 can actually perform really well. Yes, Nuzjuro hard counters him, but not every match is full of Nuzjuro. Sometimes there's full of Kizaru. Yeah. Plus, you can still play him like a rat, sneak flags, and clutch the game. And if Nuzjuro ever falls off the meta, Gear 5 V2 might become dominant again. Next, we have Kuzan. This unit is honestly aging like a fine wine, my brother. He deals great damage against runners, heals a lot of HP, and if your timing is good with his skills, Kuzan can feel almost immortal. Not just skills, but also your basic attack. Some players build him tanky with HP and defense, but personally, I still run a glass cannon build on my Kuzan, and it works really well for me. Yeah, sometimes I'm getting cooked, but I'm getting cooked with my counter, so I think that is normal. Yeah, Kizaru is a hard counter to him. But even with that, Kuzan is still performing really well in the current meta. Next, we got King V1. Now, if you're playing solo with a bad team, King might feel difficult to use. But if you have a decent team that can back you up, King V1 becomes an absolute monster. His accompanying effects makes him extremely hard to stop. And if you can consistently land skill 1 after a good dodge, you can literally take over games. It feels like he's immortal if you're on point. But honestly, even though he's not an EX, King V1 feels like a hidden EX unit right now. Well, if you understand how to play him, you can clutch a lot of matches. But overall, I think this unit will perform good even in the future metas. Next is Whitebeard. Whitebeard is still one of the best defenders in the game. After his character adjustment, he's popping off again. Really, he's one of the biggest reason why runners are struggling right now. He controls space, stops enemy from pushing or those runners from pushing, and it makes everything very difficult for runners to capture flag. Yes, sir. I'm also having a hard time, even though if I'm using my Gear 5 V2, I'm still having a hard time against Whitebeard. Some Whitebeards, but if I can land my skills, I can still cook Whitebeard. But right now, my brother, this defender right here is cooking. A defender that can consistently stop runners like that will always be valuable in the meta. And I'm happy for this unit though, really. I wish I have him. Next, we got Roger V2. It's actually crazy how this unit is still performing well in the meta. Roger V2 is an older unit, but his traits are still extremely strong. He's a runner that can capture flags, fight meta units, and still survive in tough matches. And since he's a dark element unit, he also has a future value if light element unit is popping off again. Even with the meta constantly changing, Roger V2 is still holding his ground. And that is insane for an old unit. Really, he can still perform like a runner. And I think his trait is very, very good in the long run. Next is Blackbeard V2. In my opinion, this is one of the smartest long-term investment in OPBR. And I also invest invest in this character right here. This is not a brain-dead unit. You actually need good timing to use him properly. But his mechanics are insanely strong in my opinion. He can nullify 1 HP trait, recover HP after taking enough damage, and deal extra damage against power users. And guess what? Guess what? This game is full of power users, so I don't think this guy right here will ever fall off. Yeah, there might be some time that he is not good in the meta, but still, he's gonna pop off. It's like a switch. It's going to turn on and turn off, but in the current meta, I think this guy right here is about to pop off again. And he's also the first unit that can switch between light and dark element. That is a huge plus in my opinion. That alone gives him huge future potential, my brother. If you master this unit, he can perform in almost any meta. Next, we have Siren. Siren is still one of the most annoying defenders in the game. And yes, Onigashima Zoro or EX Zoro counters him and also Kubo, but let's be honest, you barely see Onizoro in league matches right now. Yeah, there's some Kubos, but still, people don't like countering. They just want to play their unit, and that's it. So Siren still survives in the meta really well. And the scary thing about Siren is this: when his counters disappear or get pressured by your team, he instantly becomes a nightmare to deal with, especially for runners. That's why Siren is still a very strong investment. Next, we got Garp. Garp is actually one of the best meta counters right now, in my opinion. Again, he can deal with a lot of strong units like Whitebeard, a Blackbeard V2, Roger V2, Siren, Kuzan, and even Gear 5 V2. That's a huge portion of the meta, my brother. But Garp is not a brainless character. You need to land your skills properly and manage your shield. Once the shield is gone, you can get cooked pretty fast. But if you play him correctly, Garp can completely shut down enemy teams. Well, yeah, he will have a hard time against Noose J, but overall, oh wait, not just Noose J, but Kizaru, but overall, my brother, I still think Garp has a very, very good trait. And it's very, very good in the long run. But again, the meta is different right now. Everyone counters each other, but still, Garp is cooking. And finally, the number one unit to invest in right now is Kizaru. This unit is still absolutely busted. He has insane mobility, high damage, and one of the most annoying playstyles in the game until today. And the biggest reason he's number one, he barely has real counters in actual league matches. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, some units can counter him on paper. Well, not just on paper. Well, look at Red Bull, the red defender Green Bull. He counters Kizaru. But how about that Red Bull's counter? There's a lot. So there's no way you're gonna play that unit, right? So that's the reason he's still popping. Yeah, Gear 5 V2 is also a counter, but my brother, Gear 5 V2 has a lot of counters out there. So Kizaru is just having fun out there. He's freely running out there. And in real matches, those counters are either rare or they're getting countered themselves. That's why Kizaru continues to dominate the meta. He can pressure the map, deal huge damage, and carry games even if your team isn't perfect. And honestly, I don't see this unit falling off anytime soon. So if you're looking for a unit that gives you immediate value and long-term strength, Kizaru is easily one of the best investments you can make right now. But again, the meta is so different. Everyone counters each other. So for now, let's wait what Mr. Tanapi is cooking. We might get another busted Bountifus unit that can change the meta, or the meta will stay like this. So yeah, those are the top 10 best units to invest in OPBR right now. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments which unit are you investing in right now. And that's it for this video, my brother. You know the drill. Stay salty and stay awesome, and Salty Rock now signing off.